Hello everybody, it's the Handheld Gamer. Today we're going to be playing Commando on the Nintendo NES. This game is iconic. It is one of the games and one of the reasons I bought my first Nintendo NES as a kid. Because a neighbor had this and Super Mario Brothers, and when I saw it, I had to pick it up. It's a fantastic run-and-gun game by Capcom. It came out in 1986. It was a follow-up or a port of the arcade, which came out a year earlier in 85. And I believe myself, in my opinion, this is the better version than even the arcade, because it has secret bunkers you can find with a bunch of POWs to rescue, which the arcade did not have that, so it's fantastic. Another fact, an interesting fact, is the sequel to this game is Mercs, the arcade game. I had no idea until recently, but Mercs actually is a sequel to Commando, followed up by Commando 3, which came to the Xbox 360. Anyways, without further ado, let's check it out. I'm so glad to play one of my favorite Nintendo NES games, Commando. Such a fantastic run-and-gun game. Play as Super Joe, taking down the evil forces. I'm not sure, they don't have names, troops or anything, but anyway, it's a fantastic game. It's one of those games where, sort of like in Robotron or Pac-Man, where you just have to, you either have a good game or a bad game. Even Outrun's like that for me. Whereas sometimes you have a really good game and you can beat the whole game on one man. Sometimes it takes you many guys. I really like the hidden levels in this compared to the arcade, where you can find little hidden bunkers with POWs and rescue them and get points, and sometimes they even give you weapon upgrades. And a real quick story is, for almost 25 years, this story, what happened was, when I was in middle school, this kid told me there was one bunker he found where there was snakes and some POWs. And so over the years I never found that hidden bunker, so I thought he was bluffing. So for about 20 plus years I thought that kid was lying. Because back then, this was before the internet, so we didn't have any books or things like that telling us where all these secrets were. It was all word of mouth. And so there was lots of stories, of course, of kids just making stuff up to look cool. So I thought it was a bluff, and sure enough, about 3 or 4 years ago, I was playing and I found that level where he's talking about, where the bunker is, and sure enough there was snakes in there in the bunker going by. So all these years I thought he was lying, but he was telling the truth. That was pretty cool. But anyways, yeah, this game is really awesome. Really like it. The music, the level design, everything's great about it. It's just a fun, quick pick-me-up shooting game that you can play over and over the years. As you see, I'm not doing too great. Well, not terrible. I'm not having a good game as sometimes I have. It's one of those games where you have to really keep moving and shoot everywhere. It's kind of like Robotron, where you have to really know where your enemies are at and really stop them before they become a nuisance later on, like that. I should have took those guys out beforehand, behind me. But fantastic game. I really like it. I can say that it's one of those games I can just pick up and play forever and enjoy it and have fun. And like I said, the sequel to this is Mercs, which I'll have to go back and play it. I did not know that all these years, that Mercs was a sequel to this. And then besides that, the Commando 3, which I need to play. I haven't played that. That was on the Xbox 360, I believe. So definitely worth checking out. I'll have to check it out myself. And I'm always finding a little new secret here and there. The way you activate the secret bunkers is by throwing a grenade, and it'll show up. There's a box of grenades, that's what that is. The refill. And we're almost at the end. We're getting close to the end of 1-1. It's 1-2, 1-3. And you basically, at the end of each sector, you fight the enemy base. And there are some special troops there, and usually one guy gives you an extra bunch of points. Usually marked with the green color. So we will get there soon. This is just a fun game. I always thought Bionic Commando was a sequel, but I guess I'm wrong. It's not really a sequel, as far as from what I can tell. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below, but it looks like Bionic Commando is not an actual sequel to Commando. All these years I thought it was, but it's not. It's Mercs. So that's interesting. And we're working our way up here. Getting close now. I was actually impressed a couple weeks ago when I did a video, and it's on IGTV, of playing this the first time on the Atari 2600. Of course, it's nowhere compared as good as this, but for an Atari 2600 game, they did a pretty good job. They even have some of the vehicles, so that was interesting to see. There's the green guy, he's worth points, and those guys you have to hit with a grenade, the guys with the backpacks. That's the only way you can kill them, they're bulletproof. So we'll get through this. Anyways, that is it for level 1-1, off to 1-2 in the next video. Anyways, until then, take care everybody, and have a good one.